Okay. Indeed. Greetings upon you, beloved and holy friends. I knew that was gonna happen. I have a sun shield that prevents me from getting blasted by rays, but small caveat, it isn't tall enough in the way that I had it, so I brought a little assistant box to help me. But now, of course, the wind is like cool stuff with surface area. Don't mind if I do. So I'm gonna have to put it in the upright orientation. How am I gonna do this? How am I properly gonna do this? Maybe if I do this. Goodness, sorry for the bumps. I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe if I do it like this. It's kind of working. What a beautiful title. Thank you so much, Melita. Thank you so much, my friend. You were definitely a part of the inspiration for today's title. I'm happy that you appreciate it. If the mind is an instrument, no. If the brain is an instrument and the mind is the player, that's the message, the feeling, the expression we want to cover today. Frankie Marie. You know, you're such an enigma in my mind. All you ever send is just a little green heart. And I'm so curious about you. I love you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Need more wind protection for the sun protection to work? Yes. Yes. In fact, that would be very helpful. Thank you, friends, for joining me. You know what? Before I start rolling myself something, let's say something worth saying, if you will. I have a little book full of them. Let's see if we can choose one with intuition. And this is the one that popped out first. It goes, if you are aware, it is because you are one with the source of all creation. Your fear has never been able to squeeze out of you the great gift of your awareness. So quite literally, no matter how scared you've ever been, like terrified, pissing your pants you could have, you were still aware. You in that moment were still aware. You can, therefore, never cease to be. All things are contained within your awareness, and if they are not found there, they do not exist for you. For you are in a relationship with all of creation, and there is communication that never stops. Communication that never stops. And Today's whole title was kind of partly inspired by Terence McKenna as well, where they were talking about the brain and the way that we are experiencing consciousness right now. And someone asked, is, the brain maybe can be seen as an instrument, where mind is the one playing it? Or is the brain and the thoughts that we constantly think almost like music being produced by this instrument? And the conclusion, at least, a conclusion, is that we're all of it. We are contained within divine mind, in grand mind. And in this grand mind, there is this body, this instrument that we are actively playing. And divine mind gives instructions, and then little weights and stuff gets pulled, gets shifted, and then things happen to us. Divine mind can follow rhythm. Divine mind can fall into rhythm with something that has rhythm in this realm. Dancing, for example. It is mind awareness of experiencing this pulsating energy going through all that is. And by pulling little strings, if you will, shooting little electrons down our nervous system, we can actuate our bodies and we can dance with that, becoming a part of the greater vibration. We are, friends, connected. so freaking connected. Infinitely connected. And we can think of our minds as the instruments that we play with. We can sing songs together, or we can just shout random things while someone is trying to compose a song, right? You know what? So either instrument or mind or music. That's the intentions I feel are calling out to me. So maybe on one side we'll do the instrument, and then on the other side we'll do mind and music. How does that sound? What do you think, friends? Like, genuinely, give me your opinion on this. Do you believe that mind, as you are experiencing it right now, is something generated by your brain? Or do you believe mind is something that transcends your brain? We've talked about this topic so many times on the streams, and the way I've allowed myself to understand the mind question and why I believe in a divine mind, if you will, is from this perspective of creation. If there was a God, a creator, some sort of entity that was creating this reality, it wouldn't create it by taking something outside of itself, like wood from a tree and making a chair. It wouldn't create by procreating, needing something else, to complete it or to give a part of itself in order to create something that it would be now a new self. So the only way the divine mind would be able to create is to create in mind, to create in imagination. And that's the ability that we have to create as well, friends. We have the ability to create an imagination. And the question that comes to my mind, and this is the one I don't necessarily know if I have the answers yet, is it brain, this little meaty thing, experiencing mind? Or is mind the thing that is allowed to be experienced because of brain? Are they interconnected? Is my brain just an antenna tuning into the greater mind? Or am I actually rendering a version of mind right now as we sit here? What do you friends think? What do you feel about it? Sorry for missing your comments. What is the mind playing for? I feel this, you can call it a song as well, Talia. Like right now in this moment, we're singing. We're maybe not singing a traditional song. We're not following any specific notes, but we're singing to one another. There is sound, there is frequency being emanated into this world instead of no sound, energy being emanated into this world. And I feel that is the only thing we can really expect ourselves to do. Sing along. Sing along to the song. Where do you for money? What do you do for money? This is my full-time job, if you will. You friends are the ones employing me right now. I have 16,500 bosses. I guess that would make it extremely difficult. I have to ask if you friends enjoy the space that we create here, if you like the questions being asked, you are more. Ah! I forgot I spilled my water. You are more than capable of doing all of the things that are being done right here. Like the conversations we have. Ermias Plur. Ermias meaning God uplifts, Plur meaning peace, love, unity, and respect. All of the things that we talk about, that we discuss, that we share in these spaces are not supposed to be taken as truths. They're supposed to be taken as inspiration, as perspective, as insight into how things maybe could be experienced. I get so excited when I hear over your Patreon and see your support. Jovan, thank you. Thank you so much. The fact that you friends have been willing to support me on Patreon as you have, like, I'm not even joking. You friends are literally the ones carrying me on your backs right now. And if it wasn't for you, I would not be able to do what it is I'm doing right now. Like, if it wasn't for the amount of love you friends showered me with upon, us actually being open towards that, it's not that I would have stopped. It's just that I would have had so much doubt within inside of myself about what it is I'm doing. We live in such a weird world where we're expected to do certain things. We have these societal understandings of what success is, of what a successful life is supposed to look like. I'm aging. I'm turning 24 soon. All of my classmates are getting married and they're having kids, and my grandma is super concerned about me and asking me, how am I going to make a living with what I'm doing? Nah, 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 nah. But I've tried. I've tried to do things the normal way. I've allowed mind to play my brain to the tune of the world, if you will. I went and I became a salesman, tried to sell audiovisual equipment, TVs and microphones, and give me a second. And projector systems and speakers, and it was a vibe, and I was earning 20% commission. So I could make money. But every single time I was trying to sell something, I had to read this person that I was trying to sell to. I had to figure out what it is they like, what it is they kind of are drawn to in this world, what makes them tick, if you will. And then I had to pretend like I'm ticking to the same rhythm. Oh, you like golfing? Me, I also like golfing. I would love golfing. Oh, you like, Krav Maga? I've heard such good things. What's your favorite sports dude or something? And it was so disingenuous. I felt like I was just constantly lying to both myself and to this person that I was trying to sell something to. But I was willing to stomach, if you will, that part of the job, because I guess that was just the reality of it. And then things changed. It went from sales to services. So I was selling services instead of sales. And the services I was selling was like $200 per month a pop. And I could get 20% commissions on that as well. But selling, a $10,000 system and getting 20% on that isn't exactly going to going to be phased by 20% on a $200 sale. So I was getting a little bit fed up. I was getting a little bit upset by what I was supposed to do. And I had this friend that I met earlier in South Africa, went to China, lamented about how horrible life is, how's my job, and then she was like, okay, well, my boss needs more employees here in China. So I did that. I was like, okay, guess we're going to China. Went to China, teach in China. Again, had problems with that. I was facilitating these kids not having a childhood. At least that's the way that I see it. And I do this a lot with myself, where I create some sort of guilt system. Like, for instance, just I'm thinking about Yvonne right now. Today, I was helping my mom, get some of her stuff done. She bakes rusks for the world. She sells them, but she's not home for most of the day. So I'm the one that ends up catching most of the slack, catching most of the overspill work, if you will. But today I had to bake rusks that has an extreme amount of vegetable oils in it. So I tripped myself out about, yes, I'm doing a good thing, but these things that I'm doing has vegetable oils in it, and people are gonna have to eat them. And then I'm like tripping myself out about that again. And I was doing the exact same thing with the kids, of like, oh, I'm teaching these kids English, which can be seen as a good thing, but inadvertently, now these kids are showing up to my classes at 8 p.m. at night, where when I was a 6 year old, 8 p.m. at night, I was in bed. I was sleeping at 8 p.m. at night. And now I'm teaching these kids, and these kids are expected to pay attention to me. These kids are expected to finish my homework when they go home. These kids are expected to do these online WeChat classes where they have to send in voice notes. And I had a problem with that again. And then we started doing this after coming back from China. I think I had like 2 months off, if you will. And we started doing this, and we've been doing it consecutively for 390 days. I've showed up every single day for 390 days. And for the first time in my life, I'm feeling like I'm doing something that isn't betraying my soul. I'm not doing something that I feel I shouldn't be doing. And the fact that you friends are willing to help me, the fact that you friends are on this journey with me now, we're collectively growing. We're moving into this future of love, of understanding, of sharing beautiful things with one another together. And it makes me happy. I want to say thank you. Just so, whoa, 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 a fly just went and sat on the camera. Oma rusks. They're like omega 3 biscuit. So not exactly Oma rusks. Have you checked out Serpenza? I can't say I have Dr. Lab or Dre Lab. Good morning, brother. Feeling rough. I've got the Rona. So as soon as I closed my eyes, brother Dan, I saw just like the 6-star geometry pulsating out. 6-star geometry is very prominent in our biology as well, in molecules and stuff. I don't have my lighter on me. I don't have my lighter on me. Now I can take this in one of two ways. Way number one, I shouldn't smoke this joint I just rolled for myself. Way number two, I should go and fetch a lighter. I don't need a joint. I'm not going to go and get my lighter. I thought this was the world's strongest man. Martin's Lucy's for a second. Wow, friend, it's a big compliment. No, what is being read? Things worth saying, my friend, from a book series called The Way of Mastery. Thank you for the wholesome, my friend. Second? Sorry, Dan. I think I might be missing some motivational quote book. Is it playing for the sake of the beautiful experience or the tune? I feel it is playing for the sake of things to happen. You know, if a piano, if your mind goes unplayed, no sound comes from it. There's no liveliness being extracted, being experienced from this potentially inanimate object. So by using our minds, or rather using our brains as an instrument to our mind, we can we can make beautiful songs and dance. We can cook delicious meals. We can experience things more fully. And I feel it's just a choice. Look what it is! So friends, dankie boetaars lig. So this is a package from Reddit, actually. Is it? Okay.
Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay, goodness. For a second, I was tripping. I think maybe bring out his name, yeah. What is this? Yeah, friends. I'm happy that there's so many friends actually to share this moment with me. This is a gift that was sent to me by Arpan themselves. Dankie, Shantai. It's a light whip. At least I hope it is. They had like a little bit of a, how do you say, a fan messaging opportunity that we could encourage Arpan to give streamer friends gifts. And initially I asked for a 3D camera, not 3D camera, a 360 camera to make more content with, but they were like, we only have like $100 budget. So I got this instead for us to dance with. And it is a light whip. This is the whip part, I believe. A light whip, ja. Het is wat Reddit vir my gestuur het. Reddit. Ja, ek gaan moet. Of ten minste in daai TV-kamer. Yes. No! This is the whip part, I guess. This is the... Wow, it's significantly smaller than I thought it would be. Don't you put it there. Oh, don't you. Oh, sick. Let's see. There we go. It's shining, but it's light out. So if I show you like this, maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll see it a little bit. But we'll have to dance with it in the dark. That would be the way. I'm excited. Now we have to dance tonight, right? I guess we cannot help ourselves. I'm gonna dance tomorrow to say thank you to our Patreon friends. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay. Where are you from, brother? And what strain are you rolling? Also smoking here in my legal state. Happy to meet you. Happy to meet you. Elements a lot. Thank you for joining us, my friend. In South Africa, Peppy. Peppy Nia. Little top wants to eat plastic. I'm rolling Funky Monkey, my friend. It's what I've dubbed it myself, but apparently I'm not smoking any right now. At least not in this exact moment. I'll have to finish the comment before I'll allow myself to. Is a tool to be used when necessary, like needing a hammer for a nail. Look up The Power of Now by Tolle. Eckhart Tolle? I can imagine. Oh, Pepe! Pepe! Let's see. Like all of the debris bits that drop. Nee, sy plawe nie, sy steel net die stukke plastiek en sy wil dit kous. So ek wil seker maak sy doen nie. The mind isn't in the brain is in the mind. There we go, hippie Chad. That was what I've been getting at this whole time, my friend. I'm happy that you have come to the same conclusion. Good morning, Melt. I've been making food, but I actually woke before stream for once. Hope your afternoon is wonderful. Thank you so much, my friend. I just got a gift. It's even more wonderful. You said 2 choices. Number 2, get the lighter. I wanted to, but in that moment, in asking that question of myself, do I want to go and get the lighter? It was like, do you need it? Was the question that came to my, or the answer is like, do you need it? And then I was like, I don't need anything. So I'm not going to go and get it right now. Just electrons, the universe is chaos. That it is, friend. And yet, in this chaotic universe, here we are, stable. At least temporarily. So, Princess Mononoke, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing this space. And thank you for sharing love with other friends watching as well. I can't pin your accent. It's from South Africa, my oh. Thank you for joining me. Boots and pants, boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and... Exactly, mixed it up. Afrikaans, like is. Afrikaans. The power of the subconscious mind is probably infinite, friend. Where are you going after life? I believe that non-experience does not exist. Is as much as I'll say about that while I'm trying to do a mini speed run. I'll take what he's having. A fresh breath of air, dude. I'm not even smoking my joint right now. I haven't had a coffee in 5 hours. So I'm stone cold sober right now, friend. I just have a breath of air with me. Thank you. Potatoes, potatoes. Potatoes, potatoes. My mind is a weapon to be sharpened, a tool to be understood, and an instrument to be mastered. Mm, I like that. Thank you, Nanana. It's nice to have you here, my man. Get a job. I have one now. Heavy ear. I have one now, finally. Someone stern, not just yet philosopher. If only. South Africa, I reckon. You're right. This guy is awesome. No, you, Storm Shadow. I'm just a mirror, my friend. All you see is yourself. Where are you from? From South Africa. No, God controls all minds. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I rather God allows all of mine. I don't think He controls all of mine because there are things that happens within divine mind that might be separate, or at least the act of doing it might be the attempt to separate from divine mind. Today shall be a day of observance for me. I shall absorb the conversation without adding much to it and gain the perspective of an outsider. May you and chat have a fantastic day. Kartha, thank you for sharing your ear with us, my friend. The question for today is, can we use mind to play our brains as an instrument? And if it is that way, then playing this divine mind as an instrument would be as if pressing keys on a piano. And as we press these keys, different thing happens, different notes hit, different vibrations come out of the being that is the piano, that is you. No, hoe gaan dit? Gaan goed met my, dankie, met jou, my friend. Sounds somewhat like the Hindu idea of Atman, but being within some larger entity. You can call it monotheism as well. You know, all is one, if you will. There is no free will, friends. Within all of infinity, free will technically doesn't exist because everything eventually will happen. So even within free will, all potential options would be practiced. So if you had that fifth dimensional perspective, you would say no, free will doesn't exist. But within infinity, there could be an infinite versions, infinite amount of you. Infinite, you haven't been all of them yet, and you never will be. That's what infinity means, dude. Infinite. Afrikaans dude in South Africa somewhere. That's about right. Praatje Afrikaans, like, dude, another interesting live stream. Never watched till yesterday when it was something other than puppies or someone playing music. Great job of a new creative topic. Why, thank you. Genuinely, that means so much, my friend. I try. I've been trying for a long time now. I'm trying so hard. If you're like, this dude is trying too hard, yes. I I want to eat. I want to be able to go places. I have to try hard. If we don't try hard, there's no trying. Where are you from, brother? And what strain are you rolling? I think I've already answered your message. Sorry, my friend. Sorry for waiting so long to answer you. Jobs are good. They are. No such thing as God, if you say so. Is this a new cult? No. I think mind is everything. Okay, here's a good one, says Hippie Chat. The brain runs on a computer system of synapses connecting neurons propagated by pulses of electromagnetic radiation composed of photons, photos of light. When it's said in the Bible that in God is light and that light is, and the rest of your message is non existent, maybe that's what they mean, is what you would finish the message with. There was nothing, and then there was something. And that something will always be within that nothing. And the more the something expands, the more the nothing expands to accommodate it. Infinity. And you're that, friend. you. You right there where you are, sitting. Bipedal, having hands with five little smaller arms attached to my larger arms, attached to my star shaped body. It's all weird. All of it's weird, and we take so much for it for so much of it for granted. We consider it ordinary. We consider it mundane. We consider it small. And yet, we're smack dab in the middle of infinity. There's no such thing as small in infinity because it is in every single direction. Buti, it's a simulation. It might be. Likelihood? Probably. Simulation. Each of us are the topics. You are the medium that brings our collective together. Dan, you're melting my mind, bro. I'm already. I feel like I'm gonna explode. Like there's a lot of energy flowing through me right now, and all I need to do is breathe. There we go. Okay, back. The body, the soul, and the mind, the earth, the sea, and the sky. Beautiful. Wako 2.0. Do you have brain? Ek verstaan jou. Ek verstaan jou ook, my vriend. Light of men is taking light of men, it's talking about consciousness. Consciousness is God. Yes, I agree with that. I believe that technically, underlying this physical bodily existence, there is always awareness. The the part you're referencing within yourself when you say, I am something. I am Meltmore. Meltmore is this thing that I'm projecting onto an I. And that I is the same I that you have within you. All that I am is the I that we are. All of us are that same I, that same awareness, that same godness. And if you can see that part within someone's self, look past the body, look past the race, look past the ideas, the belief systems, and see that quintessential God entity behind their eyes, it's a lot easier to be compassionate. Alexandre, thank you for joining us, my man. How are you doing, my handsome friend? It's so nice to have you here. You look so Dutch. I guess at one point my family was Dutch. Imagination is God. No, if God were to create, I believe, if there was a God and he were to create this entire reality, he would do so by imagining it, is what I believe. Buddhism and Hinduism have beat you to the punchline. My friend, I'm not trying to uncover some sacred information and pretending like I'm the one that holds the keys to it. I'm just sharing my perspective on these topics that we as human beings collectively share. Yes, good one. Fuck yeah, Milkmore. Haven't caught your stream for ages. Rachel, it's nice to have you here again, friend. I don't know if you're still here, but so much love to you. Consciousness was an accident. I don't believe that. Multiple brains, but one mind. There we go, Valida. I'm feeling very sad today. I learned that my ex moved to Canada from France and it hurt me. I thought I was over him, but I'll be okay. Explain. Not because I want you to explain your feelings. I just want you to talk more about it. Why do you feel hurt by the fact that he's moving away? Was there a part of your mind that thought you would get back together with him? And now him moving away is making that possibility even less likely? What are you feeling, Alexandre? Holy shit, that's a lot of weed. It's not that much weed, friend. It's like one nug. Dude, this guy was getting 5 views 6 months ago. So happy for him. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much for your love. I appreciate it. The world is the mind experiencing itself or something profound like that. Something profound like that, my friend. You are that something profound. The fact that you're just being right now. What are the implications of that? What are the implications of us just being in the way that we are in this moment? What does it mean? What does it mean about all of this? What does it mean about the way that we've been living our lives? I still miss him, and I think the fact of him, of having him close, I felt some hope in my unconscious. I loved him like I have never loved someone before. Alexandre, the thing that's coming to my mind, and I'm not trying to make any less of your feelings, is that you're the one that has experienced that love. You were the one who was capable of sharing that love with the significant other. And that's what you can hold on to as your truth, that your love you, even though the love that you've had for this person might not have been reciprocated, might not have given back to you in the same way that you were trying to give it to him, your love was true, and there was nothing lost in you giving that love to that person. You've gained by learning that you can love in that way. I know it's difficult to see it in this moment, but you are loved in this moment as well. We care about you. Aunt B is joining us. Thank you for joining us, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. Somewhat separate from the universe. A mistake. Hey man, hey born hunter. Our brain reacts to the frequency around it and the frequency within it, my friend. You're the one kind of actively influencing that frequency as well. I believe if mind is playing your brain as an instrument, I feel sometimes this instrument can either have missed notes or has some sort of autoplay feature integrated into it as well. So if you're familiar with a certain song, the song of washing your body, for example, going to the shower, turning the shower on, washing your body and hair, and then drying yourself off, it can become so ingrained in you that as soon as you get into that mode of consciousness, the piano is playing itself, and the mind as a means to be free, can think about other things and allow these keystrokes to happen by itself. What I think is important is to not only allow the auto playing part of ourselves to kind of continue with it, to at least try to steer that music in one direction or another. I get this. I'm happy you feel it as well, my friend. My mind is your mind, is our mind, is all of mine. This guy has single handedly made me reevaluate my weed intake. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. I don't know if it's like, oh goodness, I should stop smoking weed. I'm gonna turn out like this guy. Or if it's like, oh, this dude doesn't need weed to do what he's doing. Maybe I don't either. Either interpretation, Nigel, you are loved, my friend. Thank you for just reevaluating in general. How many viewers in here? There was a few, Mr. Man. Where are you from, brother? From South Africa. I think the brain is just a tool to decode the information coming in through our body's senses, and the mind or the consciousness or spirit or anything like that is what's experiencing that. Yes, I agree. But mind has the ability, consciousness has the ability to steer the body. Like if I sit and I stare at a wall, like this far away from the wall, and I just do that and I plug my ears and I wouldn't be able to hear anything, and this will be what I will be experiencing. Even though the stuff I'm seeing, the information coming into my body, will get processed by my brain, I don't think it would be the best experience I could be having, as opposed to consciously making a decision, coming out into nature, looking at a tree, and having that experience instead of the wall staring experience. Yes, there's still going to be this information flowing through my body, and my conscious awareness is going to be experiencing it. But my conscious awareness also has the ability to be steering it alongside the experiencing of it. Well, you're fired. No, Mr. Man, no, dude. Fortunately, I have 15,000 other bosses, so everybody needs to fire me at the same time, indefinitely. But there might be one person that wants to keep me hired, and that person is just as infinite as all of us. I'm just joking. Love the 80s sperm. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you as well. Okay, mate. How many shrooms have you had, and where can I find some of the good shit? In total in my life, probably a few. Right now, none. You look like you belong in Top Gear. Thank you. I guess. Thank you. I'll take that as a thank you. Your job is talking while high. I'm not high right now, friend. Okay, okay. Hello, everyone coming in. We're shipping your jobs overseas to my house, Cable. My friend, if you can afford to, then maybe it will be. I can't tell if you're incredibly smart, a hippie, or maybe both. Maybe neither. Care to elaborate? Ignore the hate. I like your comment, my friend. Okay, you know what I'll say? I used to consider myself extremely intelligent. I took a lot of pride in being able to destroy another person in some sort of intellectual debate, or if we're going to talk about some sort of esoteric topic, I would have a bunch of points to be made, and I would make them in an articulate way enough that it would sound like a truth, leaving them unable to, come back. And I took pride in being able to do that and feeling powerful like that. Unfortunately, the more I've learned, the more I've allowed, or rather stuffed bits of paper into the trash can that is my brain, the more I realize just how small that trash can actually is. You know, like the things we remember can be seen as this this attempt to force things into our brain, and then we feel some sort of certainty, feel some sort of control over this reality by knowing things about it. But in reality, I don't know anything, friend. I'm so small, so small in the scale of the planet, so small in the scale of our solar system, the Milky Way, the universe at large. So small, and I can't even for a second claim to know anything with any certainty. What I do like to do is explore. I do like to talk about things. I do like to try and find love in any situation that I can. And that's what we try to do here. So maybe a bit of both. Robin Slomo, thank you for your beautiful comment as well. Mushroom tree right there. Where are you from, brother? And what strain? I've already answered your question twice. Sorry, Element. I'm taking a hit every time I hear the word infinite today. Go for it. Infinite, 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 and infinite. Thanks for the toast, Mel. Love everyone today and every day. Love you, Boots and Barbecue. Thank you for joining us, my friend. For the all-seeing upvote, the world's in end today. He's in South Africa, is right. Go be a dick somewhere else. My kids. This is why method doesn't work. I don't get that one. Thank you though for your comment, my friend. We're a hive mind, and a couple of us haven't figured that out yet. It's a pretty trippy comment you have right there. Is that a rock under the tree in the distance? It's amazing. It is. It is, Dan. I've sat on that tree so many times. Still miss him. Love him before. Thank you so much for your words, Alexandre. It's all you, my friend. It's all you. In the grand scale of things, we are an infinitesimal blip on the radar of the universe. But in the grand scheme of things, we are bigger than everything. Never give up on yourself or your dreams. Thank you so much, Kartha. That goes to all of you friends. I agree. On, the grand scale of things, within infinity, we're nothing. But we're also infinite. Just as infinite as all of infinity is, you are. And it's hard to wrap our heads around that fact. And sometimes I believe that we're not supposed to. I think we keep getting confronted with means of experiencing it, but every single time it's jarring. Melt is a seriously awesome person. Oh, thank you, Aunt B. All I see is love. Your brain belongs to us. No. It wasn't for friends, you wouldn't be able to smoke. If it wasn't for friends, you wouldn't be able to smoke. No, I can smoke whenever I want to, friend. Ski Bop, love you. So, what is that we friends get in return for carrying you on our backs? I guess these moments, I stream consecutively. So, if you go away for 100 days, 1,000 days, I have made the commitment to be here when you come back. That's what you get first and foremost. That's what I've been giving, selflessly for for at least the first 365 days. Now I've realized that if I want to continue doing this and I don't want to die starving at some point, then I guess I have to make a living. So instead of pretending like, yeah, you have to pay me for this, no, I'm just open to support. Your love, you being in this moment with me, is your support as well, and I appreciate that more than I can say. On top of all of that, I also post daily works of art. That's the sales point, if you will, of why the Patreon makes sense to me. For $1.11, so $1.11, you have access to daily art. I post the work of art every single day. That's the that's what you get, friend. If you want something, that's what you can get. Love or money. Love every single time, my friend. I've had so many imaginations, I call them, because visions or epiphanies sounds kind of yikes. But I've had so many imaginations where I was shown my entire life unfolding in front of me. Extreme levels of success, extreme levels of failure. And throughout all of it, the most important thing was love. The people that I spend time with, the people that I love. And it's going to be the same no matter what. Listen, someone's mom is paying the dude's rent. She is my mom. My mom is paying my rent right now. You know, I'm an actual kid living with his parents, trying to make his dream a reality. That's where I am right now. We're at the infancy of this journey, Nigel. I'm not even remotely shy to say that. This dude's rolling a doobie. I was. Doobie has been rolled. Makes sense. I thought like you once. Okay, philosopher fit. Like, tell me what you think now, friend. You know, instead of telling me that you thought like me, tell me thinking like that led me to this, led me to seeing things in this way, led me to believing what I believe right now. Then we can both learn together. Watching on my TV today, Ermias Plur looks huge. I mean, Ermias Plur is not small. Pen? Joint? Joint for scale? Uh, rolling paper package for scale? It's a 500 ml cup. Ermias Plur. If your friends are like, what the? Ermias Plur is what Nova, a friend that tunes into these streams occasionally, has named this cup Ermias, again meaning God uplifts, and Plur being the acronym for peace, love, unity, and respect. So each sip of water I take, I just remind myself of that, mm, water, God uplifts, peace, love, unity, and respect. And then the things I say, the things I want to bring into this space is informed by that energy. This goddamn fool. OD, thank you, friend, for being so loving as well. His mom, she's great. This guy's a red flag. I probably am, friend. You know, I might not be the ideal romantic partner, and I'm aware of that at this point in my life. Aging, yeah, aging, friends, happening to both of us. 24 is a kid. I'm aging. Lol, stop. I know, dude. I know. That's the joke. He says he tried. I don't believe the brain is an instrument, but an interface. We exist in more than one way. I agree completely with that, and that's why I alluded to the brain being an instrument, you know, and the part that plays the instrument again is in the way that we exist in just this way. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now, continues to roll a joint. Yeah, male, that's the truth, my friend. Man, I'm 25, $2.40 in my bank account, and I'm not stressing. I feel ya. I have 368 Rand in my bank account. $1 is about 15 rands. So what, like 20 something bucks as well? I'm there with you, my friend. Have kids, job, responsibilities, and watch it all change. My friend, I don't have kids, a job, or responsibilities right now. That's why I can take this ultimate risk. You do realize I'm risking my entire life. I'm betting my entire life on the belief that love is true and on the belief that there are other people in this world that would believe in that truth enough to resonate with me, you know, to support that space, to help that space continue. I'm in a fortunate position not to have kids, not to have responsibilities or a job right now. That's why I can do what I'm doing. You know, if I was 5 years older, the technology that I needed to do what we're doing right now wouldn't have been available. I would have had to move on with my life. I cannot, I cannot fathom, I cannot state, I cannot make clear enough how grateful and lucky I am to be where I am right now with everything, with the pandemic, with where I was before the pandemic, with the technology we have available right now, with where I am on a mental level, where my parents are, and how accepting they are. Like there's an infinite boots and barbecue of things that had to fall into place for us to be here right now, and that's the only thing that I can say thank you for. Love is true, and it's what holds the chaotic world together. I feel I agree, my friend, and it's so chaotic as it is. The least we can do is try and make it a little bit better. Clean J, brother, it was. There are other jobs out there, babe. I know, my friend, but this is the first thing that I've ever done that I feel my soul rejoices about. Like I can show up every single day. What have you shown up for, friend? every single day for 390 days. You know, I've missed 2 days, like I couldn't go live because the one day we didn't have power in South Africa for 18 hours, and the other day my Reddit account was banned, shadow banned. A bunch of accounts got shadow banned. But I've shown up every single day, dude, for 390 days consecutively. And there's not a part of myself that wants to stop. There's not a part of myself that laments it. There's not a part of myself that's like, oh, I have to do this again. It's joy. It's passion. It's I can do this again. I have this topic that I want to explore. Today's topic is something that fascinates me, and we're learning together because of it. It's the best thing I could have ever asked for, friend. He doesn't live in NJ. I don't know where that is. This is a parody of my younger self, Lamar. That's hilarious. Sales is all about people mirroring. It is, my friend. You're right. Doomsday, Thursday, Tuesday, Doomsday, Tuesday. I admire your commitment. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Do you believe in the pendulum principle that after darkness you reach the light? Yes. I believe life is a sine wave, and that sine wave collapsed onto itself becomes an infinity symbol. Goes up and it goes down, and goes up and it goes down, and goes up and it goes down. My friend D9 will be doing the 648 consecutive stream today. This is only just beginning, Mel. My friend D9, okay, is also doing consecutive streams. I didn't even know about him, Cartha. Like, send me a link, please. I thought Heath Ledger died. Glad to see you're doing all right, mate. Thank you, my friend. Fuck, I hate sales. Jojo, thank you for joining me, friend. It's nice to have you here. Same. You're still alive? I thought Omicron would have taken you away. No, fortunately, friend, I'm just a little bit stronger than the Omicron variant. Just a wee bit, bro. Same. Disingenuous. Thank you, Nigel. I'm sure you're not, friend. How are you, Melt? I'm doing well, Jojo. So well. Always be closing. ABC. Boo. Boring. Weird. What are you smoking? Nothing. Maybe you should have tried a different job. Sales often suck. Maybe banking or something more chill. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, friend. That's the final say. You don't have to be fake to make it work, but respect to finding your way. Thank you, friend. I'm trying to find my way. Driving too far in on the sales. Yeah, I guess so, friend. I got things sold. Sure, I will send on Reddit when I get the chance. He's been an inspiration to me too. Also a very positive person. You two will probably get along. I would love to, meet him. Please do send me a link. To love what you do and feel that it matters. How could anything else be more fun? Catherine Graham. Yeah, I agree. Like it's the only thing that I feel inspires me. I came from an extreme state of depression at one point in my life. I tried to take my own life because I couldn't find. Pippi! Stop it! Stop it! Rudo! Kom wat die bakkie by asseblief. Jy gaan hom stikkend kou. Waar's jou tou? Kou in jou tou, Pippi. Jy het 'n tou. Jy het 'n tou. Sy gee vir haar 'n tou want sy kou nou hierdie bakstukkend en ek sien sy yes. Record store clerk should be compelling me on my purchases. It's true. It's true. But no, you are more important to me than you selling or buying. Me selling or you buying a record. That's what I'm saying. Things they know everything. Been there, done that. You haven't been in this man's position. You were in your position. Be positive. Rob, thank you so much for sharing your insight, my friend, and your positive attitude. Like it's genuinely refreshing. Jobs are I sell things and I just try to be honest with people. I probably make less sales that way. Absolutely, friend. Confer joins. But the body is the instrument, the brain is the sheet music, and the soul plays us all. Beautifully put. So hard to imagine Melt as a salesperson. Feels like a parallel universe billion light years away. I'm good at it, Melina. That's the thing as well. If I put my mind to something, I'm pretty good at it, whatever it might be. And this is not me trying to be like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr." If I'm gonna sell my soul in order to sell products, then I'm gonna be like, oh, good, take my soul. Do, 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 do. If I'm going to be teaching kids and numbing myself to not think about the fact that these kids are, studying at 8 p.m. at night as 6 year olds, then numb away I will, and I was super numb when I was in China. Like we change based on the environments we put ourselves in, and this environment has been one of growth, of constant exploration, of opening up instead of contracting into, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. Everyone has a beautiful and wonderful day. Thank you, Ryan. To you too, Brother Bay. Many peeps here today. Oh, so many. I'm 40 minutes behind Talia. Get a job in the cannabis industry. Get a job helping others. Okay, I'm going to share that. I'm already doing that. Get a job in literal any industry you're passionate about. Sales will make anyone feel like they hate work. Capitalism is a joke, but it's not an excuse. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, friend. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am going to skip a few comments, friends. I am sorry. I see I've skipped a lot of them, but I want to be in this present moment with you, friends. You have a job that people don't like, that it's better than theirs. Support yourself. My friend, that's what you just said. That's the biggest joke. That is the biggest joke that every single person keeps telling themselves. You want to switch roles? You can try. Nothing is stopping you. Start streaming every day. Do so for 390 days. See if that's going to serve you. Try and live my life. And you'll find that, oh, me living this other person's life doesn't feel right. Guess why? Because it's not your life. It's not your job. It's not your way of experiencing things. And to hate another person, to be envious of another person's life, is such a fallacy, because I genuinely, without a shadow of a doubt in my heart, believe that every single one of our lives are meant for us. Like the way we're experiencing things, the things we're experiencing, the way water tastes, the favorite foods, the favorite colors we have, the things we like to entertain ourselves with, the people we like to spend time with, the conversations we enjoy having, everything, literally everything about you is beautiful, is unique, is quintessentially perfect for what you need to be going through, for what you need to learn. All we can do is accept one another. All we can do is try and make this process of growth easier on one another. Try and be there for one another while we're growing together. We're not supposed to be doing someone else's job, and I do this. I find myself like on some sort of social media platform, and I see this 15-year-old kid who has a Shopify business, and this 15-year-old kid is driving, has multiple cars, and I'm asking myself, do they sell cars to 15-year-olds? And I'm like, should I be starting a Shopify account? Maybe I'll have a car if I and it becomes toxic like that. Now suddenly what I'm doing is wrong, and this other person's life, that's the right way of doing it, because they seem to be happy, and there's something clearly lacking with me because I never it's bullshit. Stop. Get some help. Not really. It's all us. This experience is all us, and we're so scared of death. We're so scared of this process, of this experience ending, that we want to hold on to our decisions, our ways of living, like we're doing something right. Oh, I've been living my life this way. I've been doing these things. I've been realizing these opportunities. And because I've been doing this, I want to find in the world that the decisions I've been making are right. For instance, if you want to buy a product, you do a bunch of research online. And sometimes you'll even watch videos on the product you have afterwards. And then having this product, you'll try and look for it in the outside world. You'll spot other people who has the same product as you. And that is just a physical representation of you in your mind, in your ego, in your self, coming to a conclusion that this is the thing that I want. And upon making that decision for yourself and taking it onto yourself, you want to see that decision mimicked in the rest of the world. You want to see other people making the same decision, because it gives you some sort of indication that oh, me making this decision was a good decision to make. Your decisions, the things you decide, is going to be your life. It's going to be your choices. It's going to be your experience. Other people's lives aren't worth living if you're not living yours. You know, like you cannot live someone else's life. You cannot hate someone else for the life they live. You know, and I find myself in such a weird position sometimes where I'm aware of how much I have to be grateful for. I'm aware that I'm living in the middle of nowhere right now in nature. I'm aware that my dad was fortunate enough to earn a decent salary, and that decent salary allowed him to afford this piece of land that I'm sitting on right now. I'm aware that my parents are taking care of me. They're housing me, they're making sure I'm fed. I'm aware that there's only that much I can do. It's only that much a single person can realize when it comes to helping others. And instead of being overwhelmed by this awareness, that feeling of being small as an individual, we've made this decision to just show up, to to open a space here for love, regardless of all of these other things. You know, I don't have a car right now. I'm not I'm not earning a living wage. But that doesn't change what we're doing here. It doesn't change what we believe in. It doesn't change what we can give one another in this space. And it breaks my heart because I have so much judgment that I project onto myself for where I am sometimes. You know, I think to myself the amount of suffering that's happening in the world. People that don't have places to live, people that don't have food to eat. How dare I have food to eat? How dare I have a place to live? And if I start thinking about stuff like that, if I start telling myself that story, I'm very likely to believe it. And it's very painful to believe that story as well. Instead of believing that story, instead of telling yourself that story, we're doing this. I'm doing something. I'm trying to do something. What's a shadow ban? A shadow ban is when you're banned, but you don't know you're banned. Crypt Keeper, thank you for joining us, my friend. Or a traditional job. People have a hard time understanding that not all jobs require you to go to an office or a factory. You're right, Ninja. Even in a shadow ban day, we got to hear you on Discord server. I don't know if I'm still live. I don't think so. I think that our stream might have dropped on the other side. I just don't know about it because the last or the last Reddit message that came through was 11 minutes ago. And I'm not bothered by that. I'm just kind of sure that it's not supposed to be that way. When you were in China, where were you born? I was born in South Africa, my friend. When were you in China? I was born 1998. I was in China from the year 2019. Yes. They're live for me, but the comments must be silky for you. You know what? I'm gonna try. It might drop for a second, but I'll be back. Gunk. Okay, now I have comment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ivan, for like giving me a little bit of an input. Jem is here. Thank you for joining us. Edmund is here as well. What's the best way to make one-time donations to you? We have a buy me a coffee account. You can buy me a single coffee, or we have a PayPal account as well. Portrait self. Thank you for even considering it, my friend. It means the world, genuinely. Hey, Nova! I was talking about you today, friend. I shared, Ermias Plur with the friends watching, and I mentioned you. I've missed you. Sorry I haven't joined in a while, but I tried to join yesterday, but the stream wasn't working. Here it is, working now. You are here in this now. Thank you for joining us right now. I appreciate you, friend. Again, Jem, it's so nice to have you here. Kira Burp, so much love to you. Melt, if you have to sell your soul, charge more. The problem, Heather, is Your soul is only worth something if you don't want to sell it. That's the trip. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here, Nova. Is someone playing a ukulele in the background? Yeah, actually, my younger brother is learning how to play the ukulele. Only if you do the same. Thanks for the hug. Love you. So much love to you. It's important to meet yourself where you are right now in this moment. Changing your narrative is a hard thing to do, but it can be so worthwhile. Whew, gem dropping wisdom. Changing your narrative. And that narrative, if we're talking about this brain as an instrument, mind being the player, and maybe thoughts being the music, changing the narrative would be like changing the sheet music or changing the song that you're continually playing. Because sometimes we get so stuck in a certain song. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum bum, and then we just go over and over and over and over again. And that music can be the way we live our lives, the food decisions we make, whether or not we allow ourselves, let's just call it self-love activities, exercise, taking good baths, taking care of your skin, taking care of your environment. Because we keep singing these same songs, these same stories over and over again, they become familiar. It's like you know the words to the song already. So changing that narrative is difficult, is a hard thing to do. But I honestly believe that what we allow each other here, the the momentum, the insight, the perspective allows us to maybe interrupt that narrative, that song for a second, if anything. Hugs and love to everyone here. It's best beyond. You deserve the best. You deserve the best, Aliyah. So much love. Love keeps love, but freezing for a lot. What's the PayPal? Uh, I think it's like there's a PayPal.me account, and if you search paypal.me/meltmore PayPal, I'm sure you should find it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jovan, for sharing it as well. If you click on my account, you should be able to find it underneath my profile. Portrait self, thank you. Like, genuinely, just thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Oh, Bonnie McMurray, how are you doing, my friend? How are you feeling? How has your heartbreak been treating you? C Veterinarian says, Melt, I found you a week ago, and you've become the soundtrack of my mornings. I assure you, you're exactly where you're meant to be and where you're needed in the world. We are grateful. C Veterinarian, like that is a screenshot worthy comment right there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, you have no idea how much that means to me. And it's not something that is that large, if you will, is what I want to say. I'm not trying to make any less of what you just said, C Veterinarian, but you took a moment of your time, a moment of your energy, a moment of the beauty that is infinitely a part of you, and you chose to make that a part of this space. You chose to share that with me. I cannot thank you enough. Genuinely, I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to have people like you in my life. Like, if it wasn't for you, friends, being in the way that you are, I don't think I would be in the way I am or where I am right now. You friends are genuinely helping me grow. Third, I love you, friends, so much. Melt, your awareness of where you are at is so beautiful. It is understandable how it takes the new guests a moment to catch up as we have these taught values of jobs that we have to reconcile. You're breaking through to the skeptics. Thank you, brother. I honestly believe that as well. And it's so difficult to really be confident in this state as well. And I shared a little bit about this a while ago. I went through with my mom to town. I was I was helping her with car troubles. You know, the car broke. Well, the car's tire bursted, and one of the coil packs kind of stopped working. So the car went into limp mode, and the wheel was completely totaled. Like it wasn't attached to the rim anymore. There was just frills and then a singular piece of rubber and then rim. It was ridiculous. I changed the tire, went into town, got stuff fixed, and I spent some time with my mom. And one of her friends showed up, and the question that always gets asked is, what do you do for a living? And without missing a beat, I started telling her what it is we're doing. And I was fully telling her what we were doing and expecting a lot of, if you will, right? But she was so accepting, so open to listening to what it was we were doing, and she was still concerned. Like she was like, "How do you make money doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, if people are willing to help you, you can make money like that. If people are willing to buy the products that you sell, you can make money like that. We're not selling a product just yet. If we're ever going to sell a product, I want to create a complete hemp clothing line. It has to be hemp. I really do not want to compromise on that. I want to have hemp clothing, because it uses less water, less pesticides. It captures as much carbon as the same square area of trees in 6 months that it would take trees 10 years to do the same. So like there's just so many benefits to hemp products that I genuinely want to do that. But I'm basically explaining to her that with help, with people believing in the space that we create, that's how you make a living. And we got into a bunch of topics. She was asking me, why I'm willing to do this, why I'm willing to, in her words, risk my life to show up for something that might not be profitable or might not be very financially wise, if you will. And I started telling her about the experiences I've had of depression, the experiences I've had with not wanting to be here anymore, and how us showing up like this, the message we're showing up for, the thing it is we're believing in, has resonated not only with my heart, but with the hearts of so many other people. And she was like, "Oh, that must have really strengthened your faith or your religion," she says to me. Like Geluaf. It's like religion technically, but it's also faith at the same time. It's weird. Says ek het geloof, I have faith, but if I say my geloof is Christenskap, then it's like my religion is Christianity. And she's like, "Oh, it must have strengthened your religion," and I'm like, "Yes." But I don't believe in the Christian God. And there was also no apprehension in her voice or in her being with that. And I mentioned to her that one of the things that we try to do is try to see the face of God in every single person. Seeing the face of God in your face, I say to her. And I saw her understanding. I saw her trying to understand. And with this idea I've had of, the world, of the narrative of what it means to be working, of what it means to have a job, if you will, I saw in her mind that she was also starting to believe. She was being less skeptical. Ryan, we're trying, friend, little by little. I hugged myself with you, Kira. You give great hugs. I'm really curious. I'm looking forward to my Kira hug someday as well. Meh, I'm alright. Struggling to change my narrative. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie, Bonnie, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Yeah, especially directly after a long relationship, because the narrative have been, this is my life, this is the person I'm spending my life with, this is what I'm going to be doing. What is your brain song, Meltmore? My brain song is a song called Stars by Menumas. Glad to be here. What even happens when you sell your soul? What does your soul even go? No, Nova, you can't actually sell your soul, my friend. Like, what I mean by selling my soul, I am doing something for the sake of material slash financial gain that doesn't resonate with my being, my values, and my truth. So the soul part of myself, the feeling part of myself, doesn't feel right doing the other thing. So you're not really selling anything. You're just uplifting one part of reality instead of this other part of reality. Where in this moment, I feel like soul is front and center. We're talking about soul. It's not so much about material gain as much as it is about the conversations we have here, about the ideas we share, about the feelings that sharing these ideas invoke in us. Hemp saves the earth, the trees, and animal homes. It's amazing. It's an amazing product. The world didn't always have jobs. At some point, our only job was to care for each other and survive. We were hunter gatherers. True cathartic. We have so many bullshit jobs today, and there are the best paid jobs. Something is wrong. You know what the worst part is, Alexandre? I can see this. I know it's gonna happen. I can't even just see it happen. It's clear in my mind. Within the next 30 years, 50%, 50, half of the entire human population will be unemployed in the next 30 years. You can freaking quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. So what does that mean? It's gonna mean that we're gonna have to take care of human beings again, first and foremost. The traditional jobs are gonna fall by the wayside again. We are fortunate enough to have such a stable environment that such menial things as jobs even exist. It's crazy. I believe it. It's true. It's coming. It's coming slowly but surely. It's not too far away. I'm not here as often as I wish I was. Gem, it's okay. It's like a shot of joy, love, and positivity being here. But every moment I am here, I feel incredible. To connect with other people who feel like me is priceless. You're priceless, Gem. This is what we do. This is why we open this space. And every single time I receive a message like that, it's like this indication, reminder, bias reinforcing informational point of like, yes, showing up every day allows whoever, whenever, when they want to be here, a space to be somewhere. And I'm so happy to have this space for you open up right now, Jem. I wish it was bullshit job and something making me depressed, looking for a way out. I want to work at the service of people. Alexandre, I'll employ you at one point, my friend. I'm only a little bit joking. I'm actually 100% serious. I want to create a services company, but I'm gonna need a lot of money. I need to be able to pay you before I can start the business. Just an example. I wish working wasn't done for a wage, but for a stable living. I wish there was a point at which you no longer need to. Like especially for billionaires. I wish if you reached a personal wealth of 444,444,444 dollars, then they should just be like, bum ba da you've did it! Oh, you did it! You did it! You wow! Oh, now you can eat food. You never have to worry about eating food. This card buys you all the food you want. Oh, you never have to worry about a place to live. You will always have a place to live because you've done it. You freaking did it. Now, the rest of your money goes back to the world. How about that? Isn't that great? Now, other people can do it as well. It's happening little by little. I'll come work for you. You would be an awesome boss. I'd be distracted though. You're so handsome, Alexandre. Some no, dude. My mind was going weird places. Oh, oh goodness, I'm just gonna stop. Also, we forget that money is just an agreed upon value. It has no actual value. You want to know something trippy, Kartha? The fact that half of the fiat currency in circulation right now has been printed in the last 2.5 years. American fiat. You know what that means? You know what that means? Half, half, literally all the money that was before, there is now 50% more of it. and it was printed in the last 2.5 years. Don't believe me? Go and do some research. It's a fucking trip. We don't print money. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you don't print money. We literally work our lives away for worthless pieces of paper. Yeah, and if you can have all the money in the world stranded on an island, it's not going to mean anything to you. Money is worthless. We just kill one another because we've agreed that it has worth. Bonnie, life has so much love and beauty in stock for you. I truly believe that even though I'm just a rando, we're here for you to uplift your spirits, whatever, whenever you need it. I'm wishing you all the best. Please do reach out to any of us, my friend. Oh, self portrait. Thank you. Portrait self. Thank you so much, my friend, for your support. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, 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 thank you. Women in the band, thank you for being here. Genuinely, Bill Gates Mousepad is joining us again. Says if that's the case, Mel, I'm stuck in a flight of the humblebee. Mine's just getting freaking burnt out. I'm sorry, friend. Allow yourself to melt into it. I'll invest in you. I invest in you. She does. Jem was the OG Patreon supporter, is the very first Patreon supporter because I believe in what you put out into the world. I wish there was more being able to support you, and thanks to our pan. We come full circle and it's beautiful. We have. You're doing enough, Jem. You're doing enough. Like that's the thing as well. Because this is now, I guess you can call it a crowd funded space. We don't have to do that much, give that much as an individual, because if there's enough of us that are willing to give a little bit, that has accumulative effects, and that's what we're doing. We're building that accumulative space right now. We come full circle and beautiful. It's very difficult. Having a way to identify when you're falling back into old habits helps at the beginning. It can. You're so right, Ninja. Like you have to try and spot the things that usually happen over and over again and remind yourself of that before it happens. But it's not easy doing that. It's awareness training at the end of the day as well. Rudo! Rudo! Want gaan mama? Ver? Ver? Oh, okay. My mom was going to go and visit someone, a friend, church friends of ours whose birthday it is. Which is odd that my mom leaves at this time of the day. Thank you for being here too. You're too precious. Feel free to hang around the Discord. Please do, friend. It's an open invitation. You're beautiful humans. I think my stream might be bonking again. Exactly on 144 upvotes and 122 people watching right now. Donk. There we go. Eat Red Meat is here again. I've missed you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing this space. How have you been? I think I've missed a few. You're a beautiful bird. Here's circus music. Must be my brain song. Ninja. Suddenly insanity. It just comes for all of us. Man, Reddit is spicy today. Like it's doing this thing where it's bringing the user interface like upvotes and the exiting out like onto my comment page, and I have to click and unclick it again. I hope it's still working. Woman of Van, every time I read your name, I gotta think of someone very special to me. He's the most adventurous person I know, traveling in his van and doing what he loves most in life. He's a giant inspiration to me. I wish we could meet more often. I mean, you can make an intention to. Like, I do believe she has Discord as well, actually. Thank you, friend. Your help means so much to myself as well as the mornings with Melton fam. It's the only thing that I look forward to and comforts me every single day. I hope it's not the only thing you look forward to. You have to look forward to your delicious coffees, petting your pets, spending some time with your beautiful sons. There's so much to look forward to. Meltmore, want to know a fact? I don't not want to know a fact. So yes, I guess I do want to know a fact. What's the fact gonna be about? That's the question, Nova. So thank you for your presence. So much love. I wouldn't swap my experience of van life for anything. It was a freeing feeling. It's wonderful that he's living his dreams. We're going to do that as well at one point. I guess it's cliche by now, but I also want to go on the road. I want to show you South Africa. That's going to be, I think, like maybe 2 years or so into the future. Maybe we'll have the funds to realize that by then. Mm, sometimes Mel's sound effects makes it sound like Mario Brothers, and it makes Heather. Women in bed, I have no doubt. I'm so darn happy for you. This summer, I'm actually coming with him to travel. Very much looking forward to that. That sounds amazing, Talia. I'm wishing you so many good vibes for that. Let's try a good vibes healing experiment. I'm sick and my tummy hurts. Send me your healing energy, and maybe I will feel better. So, take that breath with me. Eat red meat. Not that side. There we go. So, as soon as I closed my eyes, I saw a cross, and I was thinking it was going to close itself as an infinity symbol, but then it went from that cross. These lines kind of went out, but they were going out infinitely, but they were contracting closer and closer to itself. But the trip about infinity, and especially infinity within mathematical realms, is even though those two lines are moving closer and closer to one another, they will never touch. And I saw that for you. Eat red meat. I don't know what that means in context of healing your tummy, but I feel it's powerful, if anything. Sending you so many healing vibes, friend. So much love coming your way. Coming to New York. Let me know if you ever do. You got it, Eat Red Meat. So much love coming your way. Literally infinite love coming your way right now, my friend. Love you guys so much. Love you, Eat Red Meat. Heather, New York definitely is on my travel list. Not sure when I'll get there, and I'll tell you if you want to experience Northern Germany. I'm also coming to all of these countries. I want to literally go to all of them. 144 right now as well on the timer. I don't know if the comments are working. I'll exit out and come back again. I think this is the most times I've restarted my stream in one go. There we go. Eat red meat. Thank you. Thank you for sharing a message. So apparently people in America have schizophrenia have more harsher demonic voices, whereas people in some different countries have kinder voices in their head, more playful than anything. So on that note, I feel like America has a likelihood, if you will, of being a little bit more demonizing of people who have voices, where in other society it might not be the case. So I don't know if that's the case, if that's the reason why, but that is an interesting fact. Thank you for sharing it, Nova. You've reached the bottom. Here we are in limbo, floating, without gravity, without a mountain to climb on. Just like, reaching for the sky. Thanks. Breathing is good. Breathing is good, my friend. That's what I've been reminding myself of if I'm in a state of discomfort, a state of anxiety, is I just tell myself, I have, throughout my life, breathed through everything. Every hardship, every headache, every nausea, every potential problem I've ever had. I had the ability to breathe throughout all of it. So by reminding myself of that power, of that transcendental energy of just breath, it allows me to kind of work through my discomfort as well. I know a tummy ache is not the best thing though. Sending you love, friend. Coco Power Cute. Hi to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Much good and healing vibes to you. And hey, Coco Powder, how are you? Thank you for sharing love, Talia. I'm curious about this thing. I kind of wanna start dancing with it. I wanna be careful because I am a danger to both myself and other people when I have a device like this. And you're like, what do you mean, Melt? Um, I quite literally whip people with it, whip myself with it. But the last time someone gave me their glow whip, I was flicking it with such ferocity that I was creating, I guess, whip-like actions where I put like a bit of juice into it, and then by the time it comes here, it just flicks these little points off. And that friend wasn't happy about me destroying his light whip with my furious dancing. Good, use it. I am. It was a gift. It was a gift from Arpan. How do I follow someone on Arpan? So, Sir Rabbit, you should see a little lion face with like open little arms hugging you right now, right around here or around here. I think it's around here. And if you click on that and opens up and you click on that little follow button, you should be following me. Thank you, friend. Sorry, glad to hear you're good. What is it? A light whip? Yes, in fact, Heather, it's the light whip that Reddit has sent me. Don't whip it. I'm not gonna whip it. Toast. I should not whip it. Like I whip these scarves, and I've slowed down the footage of watching me dance as well, and you can literally see me ferociously whipping into this thing. So I'm going to have to unlearn a little bit of that muscle memory. I think this one will probably just get danced like this. It will be more of a. It's a little bit sticky still. But it will get good. I got it. Cheers. Thank you, friend. It's supposed to act like a snake wrapping around your body. I know. I fucking know, Toast. I know. I'm just concerned because even though I know these things, as soon as I get into dancing, my brain is like, oh wait, now we move. And if the beat is really good, I'm going to move even more ferociously. And if I move ferociously enough, then things break. What is your name? My name is Melkmore. It's nice to meet you, friend. Very nice to meet you. I dig your dancing moves. Thank you, Turd Play. I want to say I like your username, but I'd say I'm amused by your username instead. Mm, love capitalism. Whoa, 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 whoa. We were just talking about money. I recently sold some stocks I had, and it was just planned out to be here today for my bills, but the banks are taking too long, so now that I need it, I can't get it. And the bank, we were already really close to the budget, and I had to buy a few things, had no control over it. And now, because the banks are taking ages to give me my money, we have to worry about things being shut off. But if they need money from me, they need it now. Cartha, I feel like there should be some sort of recourse to take if they don't allow you your money, or at least if they're the ones that's gonna try and give you shit for it. Ah, yeah, looks good. Yep, that's why you need some sort of lube. Is talcum powder gonna work? I want to put powder on it instead of lube. Toast. Please, dude. What did I miss? How did I miss? A snake running around me that is lubed up, apparently. Thanks. Amusement is what I aim for. It's perfect, my friend. The light whip that isn't a whip. Yeah, the light strings, if you will. Jacob is here with us. Today I learned about light whips. The more we know, friend. The more we know, the more we know. The more we know, the more we know. The more we know that we don't know. You know? I got dance. I don't dance. I feel like I'm bad at it, and I think I will get made fun of. Coco Power Cute. Just because you said that, friend, I kind of want to dance for you. But the problem is, I don't think I can do that with my phones as they are set up right now. Usually, I cue a track, and then I start the streams, and then I hit the play button, and then it plays in the background, even though the stream is still online. Tune in, friend. You'll see me dance, and I get made fun of all the time. I get made fun of a lot. People assume I'm on drugs and stuff, but we dance nonetheless. Dance just for the sake of dancing, friend. Dance alone, Put some music on and start by doing something ordinary, like. silly little girl. Silly little girl is so silly. Such a silly girl. Oh, so silly, silly. Oh, so silly, silly, silly. Okay, fine, I see. She's like, man, this is America. They don't get your money, you get locked up. Kartha, I'm getting mildly triggered, dude. Crazy how we punish those who are unable to take care of themselves. Yeah, we have fees that influence and hurt those who already cannot afford to pay those fees. Just dance like nobody is watching. It's weird you say that, Dan, because I have switched around to a dance like everybody's watching. Because people are watching because they want to. They're watching because they want to see what's going on. So dance like that. Dance with that intention of whatever people are seeing, they're gonna see something. And no matter what they see, they're gonna see something. So you might as well let them see something entertaining. That's the way I've been thinking about it. Dance like everybody's watching. Click the awesome lion at the top right. Thank you so much for sharing that love, Kira. Dance, dance for you. The more you worry about others while dancing, the more rigid you'll be. It's true. It's true, Ninja. And the thing is, as well, just them loving you, you dancing, and loving yourself dancing is all you need in that moment. Like they love you. They don't hate you. They don't judge you. They just love you. Talcum powder might work. Thank you, Toast. I'll see if I have some actually. Those who told Milton Lupus. No, Heather. Might leave powder all over you. Maybe better than light amounts of baby oil, I guess. Yes. Yes. I'm okay with powder. And powder will stay dry, at least in my opinion. I feel the oil will get wrecked. No, she's very cute. In the right surroundings, just let go of thought and move. Nobody is gonna laugh at you at a festival, for example. Oh, absolutely not. You just dance alone if you feel the music. Like, I have three friends. One of my friends dances arms down like this. And arguably, it's not the best dance. Another one of my friends dances like this, arms up, kind of like swaying to it. Also great. And I dance like I'm trying to kill my body. And every single one of us are dancing. In that moment, it doesn't matter how you're dancing because we're dancing. We're allowing our bodies to move for the sake of moving our bodies. And that's what it's supposed to be. Y'all need Jesus. Toasty. Thanks for this guy. So cute. Thank you, friend. I'm the worst. No, Toast, you're perfect, friend. I adore Mel's dancing. People assume you're on drugs. People do assume. Like most of the time, Ninja, I'm not on drugs. That's the thing. Like for all of the dancing streams, I'm pretty sure 75% of them, I wasn't even smoking weed. 75%. So I feel like a part of me is like, damn it, 3 out of 4 times I'm not on. And now you're like, Nova. Whoa. When everyone dances, often because they are looking for a solution to their problems, and the mind is a fickle thing. Unfortunately, it's fairly easy to manipulate the mind into believing drugs are the answer. Drug use is not always a bad thing, though. Moderation is key. The thing is, Kartha, drug use does not make you dance. It doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't. You cannot take something and then spontaneously be like, oh, now I dance. No, I'm dancing. It's my mind pressing buttons in my brain, you know? And then things happen. I don't need anything to have the buttons pressed. But if I'm taking psilocybin, for example, I feel instead of just having basic interfaces of buttons to press, now suddenly my mind has a bunch more levers and buttons to press, and I have a little bit more access to dance and a little bit more information to dance with. So it might help, but it doesn't in itself cause you to dance. That's not how anything works. You're the one that dances. You can just use things to help you, if anything. In the same way that this light whip can be seen as a psychedelic influence, as something that's gonna be used to dance with. Drugs because they're jealous of happy heart. Thank you. Feel you, Kartha. We will legit knock on your door and say, You have to give us X amount in cash or we're turning your power off right now. Yeah, they do that to us as well. They actually came pretty recently to come and switch our power off as well. Talking to me, I eat brains for breakfast. I hope it makes you smarter. I eat breakfast for brains. I guess you're sick. Flow arts have three pillars: musicality, technicality, and showmanship, I'm guessing. The musicality pillar is about losing yourself to the music and turning yourself into a literal visualizer. I feel that's how I try to dance, Toast. Especially when I'm, under the influence of a psychedelic. Then I want to be the visual interpretation of this music in this realm. Showmanship, yeah, I thought so. Are you flirting with me? Maybe, Coco. Maybe we are flirting with you. Mm. You're just love, my friend. The way you look when you were like, now we dance, all serious, made me think of Techno Viking. Freaking Techno Viking. Yeah, I can do Techno Viking dance moves. Absolutely, Ninja. Love is true. 143. I love you. Thank you so much, Kira Burp. The very first time I saw you dance, it came across that he was so passionate. I didn't get the he's on drugs vibe, but rather that he's looking free and fun. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate you. That is, it's just an instrument. This body is just an instrument. And in this context, what would psychedelics be? Maybe reverb, maybe reverb on those notes, if you will. You got Melt on my computer and Mendel Stream on my phone, doubling up the happy hormones today. Hi Melt, hello friends. Mammy, thank you for joining us, my friend. Sending so much love to you and your loved ones. Nova says they feel like it helps them escape from their reality, escape depression, their life, etc. But the illicit drugs won't really truly help. With what do I know? I mean, the thing is, drugs that make you feel just happy, that make you feel better about things, aren't always fun. And that's the trip that people don't realize. Like these psychedelics, they're not just fun. Like you can have your ass handed to you. You can have the worst time of your life on psychedelics, but you can have the best time of your life as well. But it's still you having a time of life. That's the thing people don't realize. Where stimulants, for example, let's talk about meth and cocaine and speed. It's just like, yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. That's all it does to you, and that's not the way I am. I would lose my mind if I'm just that way. I wouldn't be able to have a proper conversation. Mm, no, Coco. Just want to share some good vibes. I'm just sharing love with Coco as well. Okay, so hate picking name says, I'll be honest. Hippie dudes talking mad shit pretending they are some kind of gurus and sitting in some park live streaming to Reddit is probably my least favorite type of person that I do not hate. So basically, you're my hatred threshold. So, one, I'm not in a park. Two, I actively discourage being called a guru because I believe every single one of us are teachers. Three, I am not pretending to be anything I'm not. At no point was I like, this is me. Yes, this is me. Actually, now this is me. I despise being labeled. But I love you. I love you hate picking names. Like, because I appreciate me not being in your hate threshold, I guess. We try and share love here. We share experience. We share perspective. I don't tell you how things are. I couldn't ever. I felt that way. I was addicted to painkillers. It didn't help. It made me worse. Oh God, I'm on stimulants right now. Nova, a lot of the world is, unfortunately. How are you? Don't even care if you've heard. What a compliment. Thank you for saying something nice. I'm more cranky than I have been in years, and I was tearing up, exploding on them. I was like, Kira just starts flexing. The dude is just talking, bro. I'm just having a conversation. I'm not pretending to be anything. Hey, picking, you live in your day then. Are you a good day so far? Do you believe we can manifest something with our thoughts alone? I feel like I've manifested events in my life when under shrooms. I've had experiences like that as well. And we've had a whole almost stream topic around the subject once where I was mentioning that if I were to dedicate my entire life to meditation and looking inward, and I spend 80 years of my life meditating for 8 hours a day, I would still have a beautiful experience. But even though I would be building in mind, manifesting in mind this beautiful reality, potential city of light, it won't be realized in this realm because I'm not working with the tools of this realm. In order to manifest, I believe, genuine change in this realm, you have to work with the medium that is you, that is your body. And your mind technically is the thing that encapsulates all of it, where your brain could be seen as the instrument. You playing the instrument is what you would do in this world. So even though within mind everything is already manifested, by using your instrument, you can realize that song. If that's a way to explain it, Alexandra. Are you talking to me? Maybe. Maybe we're talking to you. I'm probably not talking to you, my friend. Are you talking to me? I'm doing okay, considering everyone in the family has COVID. I'm busy looking after everyone, but currently on top of everything, so Reddit is my reward. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're keeping well, Mammy. Hope your family gets well soon. Our family had COVID a while back as well. Aunt B's family had COVID a while back as well. I'm sure your family will be a-okay. I'm sure 100%. True legend you are. Coco, that message wasn't talking to you. No, it wasn't talking to you. Oh, damn. Mama, you deserve your reward. Thank you, portrait self. I appreciate you so much, my friend. Hey, it's Tom. He says, "How are you all? I never cared for hard drugs. I always got something from hallucinogenics that wasn't. I always got something from hallucinogenics that wasn't helpful to my life. I always got something from hallucinogenics that wasn't helpful to my life. That was helpful to your life or wasn't helpful to your life." I feel even though some of the things I've experienced, in hallucinogenic states of mind might not be helpful, it was beautiful. And that's what I've been trying to hold on to, at least. No, I'm amazed my tests are still coming back negative. The kids has been draped over me, and the fella says he has it bad because he is a man. Come on, man, really? I mean, so like we're still doing studies on this, Mammy, but apparently males get a little bit sicker more aggressively because of our gene expression and because of the expectations there were on men way back. So if a man was like man down, if you will, for weeks, he wouldn't be able to hunt during those weeks. So he gets super sick for a short period of time and then emerges from that sickness strong again, ready to hunt again. At least that's the consensus. I hope your husband gets better, Mammy. Hey there, Payne. Tom. How are ya? Your psychedelics aren't for everyone. They aren't for everyone. Mel, you misunderstood. I was saying to hate picking names that you were just talking to everyone in a peaceful exchange. That was helpful. Oh, okay. Thank you, my friend. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Yeah, like for me, in my life, I allowed myself to save myself using psychedelics. And I say it like that very specifically because I don't believe the psychedelic within inside of itself was the thing that saved me. I I had these psychedelic experiences, and these psychedelic experiences illuminated in my life how grateful I am to be alive. It allowed me more perspective to look at my own life in a means to understand instead of just to be hurt by. And by having that perspective and keeping that perspective onto my life, I have allowed myself, I believe at least, to escape the deep pit of depression I used to be in. Mm, I believe you can give positive energy to it. It's happening. It's happening, I believe, actively in a lot of ways as well, Dan. I've never taken hallucinogenics, but I take DXM before. And I woke up and my body felt warm, my heart was beating fast, and my body felt like I was merging into itself. Trippy, but never again. I don't know too much about DXM. Like most of the compounds I talk about, I understand relatively well and I can see in my mind's eye, but DXM has no hooks, if you will. Understood. Helpful experiences. Do you have dogs? Anybody? We have dogs. We have a bunch of dogs. Eva. Do you have dogs, my friend Coco? Hey there, www.furthebrand.com. I'm guessing that's a clothing brand for dogs. Fortunately, my dogs like being naked, I guess. Friends, beloved friends, thank you. Eternally thank you for joining me, for playing this instrument with me. Luke, love, all be love. Love to you, love to your mom, Luke. Thank you for sharing the space with us, even for a second. Sorry for tuning out as you're tuning in. I dance like I'm trying to kill my body. It's true though, Kira. It's true. Like my body, like when I'm dancing, my body will legit at some point be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. Stop it. Stop it, please. Sit down, take a breath. You're killing us. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Drink water, please. That's what happens. I second that. Mel, as I've said, MDMA saved me. Drugs can destroy or save or do neither. And generalizing drugs is a large issue. It's just us. You know, drugs are just manifesting. I'm probably going to butcher it a little bit. You know, like that. Like that's a super bad one, obviously. But that's about as close as I can get, doing it from memory of what the serotonin molecule looks like. It's a compound. It's like a little object. And then when this object gets ingested into your body, it rams itself into your serotonin molecules, creating site activity, as in wherever that thing bonds, it's like screams, if you will, and that neuron is like, and if that happens all over your brain, then obviously you're going to have quite an experience. But it's you you're experiencing. You're not experiencing a drug, you're experiencing yourself, more of yourself. I took shrooms during a recent heartbreak. It sometimes made me face my void inside, and it was a harsh experience. Shrooms are a real teacher. The harsh experiences tend to be the best teachers, my friend. At least I've found. I've been listening today, but sending all the energy. So much love to you. Thank you for joining us, Edmund. I've always had a dog since I was a kid. Service unit. When I took it. Was the happiest I've ever felt. Honestly, I couldn't feel my legs. Like a was. Oh yeah, I've had that experience as well, where it literally feels like you're just floating. It's like what the fuck? Where's my feet? Why am I not touching the ground? Edmund, it's not a clothing for dog store. What is it, friend? Like you're sharing a link with no context. In America, we can confirm. Yes. So much love. I gotta go play Monopoly, but I'll keep the stream going, so I'll listen from a distance. We're about ending it. MDMA and LSD, psilocybin brought me back from the brink. For me, it was psilocybin as well. It helps. It wasn't the final thing, and we fortunately have so much data being done, or research being done, and data coming out about the benefits of psilocybin. But I'm prescribed stimulants for ADHD, and I've never felt anything compared to what I felt on MDMA. MDMA is a reuptake inhibitor. So the naturally produced serotonin that you have in your brain gets utilized more. So it like takes your molecules of serotonin, forces them into those receptors, and then keeps them there until they basically get destroyed. And then that's why you feel kind of shitty afterwards. A website for a dog with cancer. For Okay, thank you for sharing that, my friend. Dogs with cancer. Is that common? How do people figure out? I hope you're having a good day. I know he's playing the card. I feel that pain, Tom. It's so incredibly happy for you overcoming that time in your life. All the love and light in me. I am going to say goodbye for today. I love you. I do this every day, friend. So I'll be here around the same time again tomorrow. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Have a good one. Go and share love. Go and be joyous. Go and be kind to your little pets, to your family members, to your plants, to whatever. I love and appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, yes, no. Love you, my friend. Sorry for saying goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you friends again. I see there's 7 of you friends here right now. I love and appreciate all of you. I look forward to seeing you again. Love you, Alexandre. I'll try to watch you tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you, Nova. Genuinely, friend. So much love to you, friends. Goodbye, everyone.